The host steps forward and asks the usual questions. Where are you from? How long have you been performing together? What brings you here today? One of the members steps forward, assisted by an interpreter. Through sign language, the answer comes. We are a deaf choir from Manila. We come from poor communities. We are here to show that even without sound, we have soul. A ripple of confusion moves through the audience. A deaf choir. Some people exchange doubtful looks. A choir without sound. One judge leans forward, curious. Another raises an eyebrow, unsure what to expect. Simon Cowell tilts his head slightly, his expression unreadable. He has heard thousands of voices, judged countless singers, and witnessed extraordinary talent, but this feels different. The interpreter continues. Most of us were born deaf. Some lost their hearing due to illness and poverty. We grew up believing music was not for us. But we learned that music is not only heard with ears. It is felt with the heart. The room grows quiet. Not the usual silence before a song, but a deeper silence, filled with anticipation. The host asks the final question. What will you be performing today? The interpreter signs back with a soft smile. We will perform a song of hope. You will not hear it. But we hope you will feel it. The judges nod, unsure how to react. The audience holds its breath. The lights dim slightly. There is no music cue. No instrumental intro. Just silence. And then it begins. The choir raises their hands together in perfect unison. Their movements are slow, deliberate, graceful. Fingers trace invisible melodies in the air. Faces transform with emotion. Some smile gently. Some show pain. Some close their eyes as if listening to a sound only they can feel. At first, the audience is confused. There is no sound. No singing. Just movement. But within seconds, something strange happens. The silence becomes heavy. Powerful. Every gesture feels intentional. Every expression tells a story. 1. The camera pans to the audience. People lean forward in their seats. Whispers stop. Phones lower. Eyes widen. Some mouths fall open in disbelief. A woman in the front row presses her hand over her heart. A man wipes his eyes, confused by his own reaction. The judges are no different. One judge's smile fades into a serious, emotional stare. Another blinks rapidly, trying to hold back tears. Simon Cowell sits perfectly still, his usual skepticism replaced by intense focus. The choir moves as one body, perfectly synchronized, despite never hearing a single note. They rely on vibration, memory, and trust. They feel the rhythm through the floor, through each other, through years of shared struggle. This is not rehearsed perfection. This is lived emotion. The performance tells a story without words. A story of poverty in the crowded streets of Manila. Of children born into silence. Of parents who could not afford hearing aids or proper education. Of being told again and again that they were broken, incomplete, incapable. One moment, their movements show fear. Shoulders hunch. Hands shake. Faces show doubt. Then slowly, the gestures change. Backs straighten. Hands rise. Expressions soften. Hope appears. The silence grows louder than any song ever could. Halfway through, a single member breaks formation and steps forward. Tears stream down their face as they sign a powerful message. I am not broken. I am not useless. I have a voice, even if you cannot hear it. At that moment, the audience breaks. Sob after sob fills the room. You can hear sniffles, quiet cries, people struggling to breathe through emotion. Ironically, the only sounds in the room are the reactions of those who came expecting noise, only to be transformed by silence. The judges are openly emotional now. One wipes tears without shame. Another shakes their head slowly, overwhelmed. Simon Cowell's eyes glisten. He looks down briefly, then back up at the performers, as if seeing something he never expected to see. As the performance reaches its final moments, the choir comes together again. Their hands move faster now, stronger, more confident. Their faces shine with determination. They end with a final gesture. Both hands placed over their hearts, then extended outward toward the judges, the audience, the world. And then, complete stillness. No dramatic final note. No echo. Just silence. For a split second, nobody moves. Nobody claps. Nobody breathes. It is as if the entire theater is frozen in time. Then, slowly, someone in the audience stands up. Then another. And another. Within seconds, the entire audience is on its feet, erupting into thunderous applause. The sound is overwhelming. Cheering, clapping, crying. A standing ovation unlike any other. The choir members do not hear it. But they see it. They see people standing. They see hands clapping. They see tears. And they understand. Their faces break into smiles mixed with disbelief. Some cover their mouths. Some cry openly. They hold hands, grounding themselves in the moment. The host rushes onto the stage, visibly emotional. That was incredible. I don't even know what to say. He turns to the judges. How do you judge something like that? One judge speaks first, voice shaking. I have judged singers, dancers, musicians. But this was pure humanity. You reminded us why art exists. Another judge nods. You didn't make noise. You made us feel. And that is far more powerful. All eyes turn to Simon Cowell. He pauses for a long moment, collecting himself. He looks at the choir, then at the audience, then back again. Finally, he speaks. I have been doing this job for a very long time. I have heard some of the best voices in the world. But tonight, you showed me something new. You showed me that music does not live in the ears. It lives here. He taps his chest. And what you just did, it was one of the most beautiful performances I have ever seen. The choir watches his lips, the interpreter signing every word. Tears flow freely now. Simon stands up. The room gasps. He walks slowly toward the golden buzzer. The choir members look at each other, confused, hopeful, scared. The audience senses what is coming and begins to cheer even louder. Simon turns back to them one last time. You came here with no sound. But you filled this room with soul. He slams the golden buzzer. Golden confetti explodes from above, raining down like sunlight. The audience erupts. Screams, applause, joy beyond measure. The choir members freeze for a second, then realize what is happening. They look up, hands reaching into the falling gold, eyes wide with wonder. They cannot hear the cheers. But they feel the vibration. They see the joy. They feel the love. They embrace each other, crying, laughing, overwhelmed. Years of struggle, silence, and being overlooked melt away in that golden moment. The host joins them, hugging members of the choir. Judges stand and clap, some with tears streaming freely. The camera captures every raw emotion. This is not just a win. This is validation. This is dignity. This is hope. Later backstage, one member signs through tears. We grew up thinking the world had no place for us. Today, the world listened. Another adds. Even if we cannot hear the music, we know now that our lives are music. As the clip ends, the golden buzzer still echoing in hearts around the world, one truth remains clear. You do not need sound to move souls. You do not need a voice to be heard. Sometimes, the most powerful music is born from silence. If this story touched your heart, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this deserve to be seen, felt, and remembered. Let us know in the comments what this performance meant to you. And never forget, no matter where you come from, no matter what you lack, your soul always has a voice.